Hello, welcome or welcome back, whichever it is. I'm happy you're here. We're gonna do a one pot wonder. Probably have seen this a million times, but I haven't done it yet. We're gonna do the Zatarain's beans and rice with kielbasa or smoked sausage, whatever you call it. This used to be a $5 meal or under $5 meal. $2.28 for this, $2.52 for this. So there you have it. And this one was $3.50 some. I'm not sure which one I wanted to use. I'm using this one or this one. I'm not really sure. So I have them both out. So let's get going. Let's heat up the pots. Come on. Okay, we're going to start up by heating up the pan. I want to get it hot before I add the olive oil. I have extra virgin olive oil. Now this is extra virgin. It's just a bottle that I refill. Not that it matters. Doesn't change anything. But I'm going to start cutting up the sausage. I decided I was going to go with this. It's a little bit more expensive, but sorry, that was really loud. I went with this one, not because it was more expensive. I went with this one because one was turkey, one was beef. And I was thinking if I need to add a little extra in, I don't think I will, but I have two of this. And that's making my hands awful white. Okay. So anyway, so I have two of this kielbasa rather than having just one of the other. So I think this is enough. If this kielbasa is, or smoked sausage, I don't know what you call it. I call it kielbasa. It says kielbasa. This one here is 13 ounces. This one is 12 ounces. So looks like more in that one, but it's really not. And I'm just gonna coin these. I coin them this way, and oops, all right, that pan's getting hot. And then sometimes I'll coin them on an angle like this. They just look a little nicer, or bigger. It looks like you got more. I don't know that. So I'm gonna cut these up. I got the pan heating up. I did decide that I was going to do a loosely, and when I say loosely follow street corn. It's very loose. I don't even know if I can call it street corn. I can call it corn, but I don't have all the ingredients, so I'm going to fudge around a little bit, and we're going to see how that works. But I'm just going to continue on slicing these up, getting them in the pan. As far as the rice goes, it's just 4.5 cups of water. And when I get to this part, I'll be back with that. But right now, I'm just gonna chop these up and get going on that. All right, well, there we go. Let me turn that down. Nice and browned up. Actually, let me just turn it off for a minute. I'm going to move this over here to the other pan. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I want the oil that this was cooked in. I want it infused with the rice, because the rice calls for 2 tablespoons of butter or oil. So I have about a tablespoon of the oil still in the bottom here, and I want to use that oil in the rice, and I'll add a little patty of butter, and about a tablespoon, because there's about a tablespoon of olive oil over here. I'm just going to keep the kielbasa warm. I'm not doing anything to it on the side. I'm just keeping it warm. So if you could see in the bottom, there's about a tablespoon still swirling around in there. I'm going to use that and some butter. Let me get the butter out. I forgot to get the butter out. I am so sorry. I hit the pause button when I went to get the butter, and I forgot to turn it back on. So what did you miss? Well, I put the butter in the pan I put a tablespoon of butter in there, and I had a tablespoon of olive oil from cooking it. I just put the rice in there, browned it up a little bit. I'm cooking it per the Zatarain directions. It didn't say to brown the rice, but I do it anyway. I put this in here with 4.5 cups of water. I'm going to bring it to a boil. That's where we're at. So when it comes to a boil, I'm going to put a lid on, set it to the side. The meat's over here in another pan, just keeping warm. This is now to a boil, so I'm going to reduce the heat, let it simmer, and then I'm going to start working on what I'm loosely calling street corn. It's really more like a hint of it because I don't like cilantro, so I wouldn't have that. I don't have lime, so we're going to do it just a street corn-ish thing. So, all right, let me get this moved over, and then I'll be back when we start the rice. All right, here we go on my loose interpretation of street corn. Getting the pan hot. I'm going to put in butter, or we use vegetable spread. There's 2 tablespoons. I have 4 because I'm using 2 cans, so be mindful of that. Probably not you're going to put in the full soup because I have to put mayonnaise or whatnot. Why am I using plastic? I'm going to get that cooking. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of garlic. I want to heat that low and slow. We don't want to burn it, because once you burn it, you got to start all the way over. We just want to get it until it's fragrant. I can already smell it. Oh, it smells so good. I'd love to add more, but more isn't always better. Sometimes more is just more. Turn that down now. That's nice and fragrant. Will that take a whole minute, if that? I'm going to add the corn. The corn is drained. Okay. Oh, I went to grab the handle and there isn't one. Yeah. Do not like the way that corn looked. There were a couple of them in there, I saw it. It's not for me cooking, it came out of the can that way. There are a couple of them in there. Checking the expiration date just to be sure. Doesn't smell bad or anything. All right, we'll get that going. Oh, why it touched me. So the things we're going to do, so I said loosely, because I don't have all of the ingredients. I don't have cilantro. I do not like the way it tastes. I don't even have it in my house. So that I don't have a lime with a zest of a lime or even a lemon, so I don't have that. But I do have the other ingredients and a couple that I add my own because we like it a little bit, only a little spicy, not a lot spicy. I don't like it spicy. So we do a pinch of chili powder. Some people call for smoked paprika, but I prefer this one. Smoked paprika tastes like bacon, I guess is the thing. And then I got a little bit of taco seasoning. I know that's not an authentic thing to do, but that's what I do. And then I got this over here, got mayonnaise. And that's gonna go in. It's taking more than a minute to heat up. Whoop. And then of course your salt and pepper. I usually use Lowry's, but I'm out and I forgot to get it. Right in the store yesterday too, saying, I know I need something, but what? You know how that goes. And the what was, I didn't remember. Oh, we also have the Parmesan cheese. Now Eric can't have that, so that'll have to be a side thing we add in. So it says a half a teaspoon of paprika. What do I do with the paprika? I already used these spoons. This one is half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of paprika. Salt and pepper. We got the garlic in there already. Chili powder. I had my fuller one somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. Oh well, I use this one. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon. I'm not doing more than that because I don't like spicy at all. I'm not even sure I'm going to go with the whole half. I might do a quarter. I think I'm going to do a quarter. Because I'm also going to put in about the same amount of chili powder. Not chili powder, taco. Because I would prefer the taco over the chili. And then we need some salt and pepper to taste. And then we need the add the mayonnaise in there. It says so anywhere up to a half a cup. So that was a half a cup. I used about half of it, so a quarter cup I added in mine. Now you have to add cilantro. I don't like that stuff, so the only thing I haven't gotten here right now is the salt and pepper, which is I'm going to add in just a moment. That's why I say this is loosely. You don't want to call it street corn when I came close to corn. I have to give it a taste and see because I have to get my salt and pepper. All right, I couldn't find my salt shaker, but I got this. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. Now I don't mind black pepper. Oh, my other dish should be done. I'm just going to taste it for salt. That's about what I'm going to do there, unless I feel like it needs something else. Let me get a spoon. I'm sorry, I didn't have the right start a fire. So we got all the ingredients in here. Here I come with my plastic spoon again. You don't like it, you don't like it, I don't know. But I'm going to give it a taste to see if it needs any more salt or anything. And like I said, you know, it's not true. It's not authentic. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. I'll let the kids decide on how they like it. So I'll move that to the back, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. We got the rice and beans are done. We have the kielbasa. We're going to stick that right in there. For a minute, I lost my train of thought. And then we're just going to mix it around. It's that simple. It's nice and warm. It's hot. We're going to serve this up with the rice that I cooked. And I could have served this like the beans and rice on the side and the meat and then that, like have 3 separate portions, but they like it this way. Well, they're gonna like it this way. I like it this way. Eric's not had this before because he just came off of being allergic to beef, so he couldn't have this. But he can today. So let's get him over to the table. Let's get everybody up ready for their taste test. Sorry. All right, well, there's Eric's plate. He doesn't have the Parmesan cheese on top of his, but because he can't have it. But there you go. Look at that plate of food. Here we go with the yummy, yummy, yummy. If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. All right, Eric, you got Zatarain rice and beans, kielbasa, and a loose version of street corn.
What's Zatarain?
The name brand. All right, give it a try. Pretty good?
Yeah.
All right.
It's delicious. This is amazing.
It's amazing? You like it? That good?
My favorite part.
Got to get the butter bread in there, or the vegetable spread bread. All right. Well, let me get you a drink, and you can go ahead on and eat.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. All right. Okay, well, that about says it all. Nothing left. Completely gone. The corn itself, for me, was okay. We didn't add the Parmesan cheese to it. I think that would have helped. And it did need a little bit more chili powder in it. But other than that, it was okay. It was a good side dish.